Always good stuff from Dr. T. Thank you so much for that. And this is my favorite time of the year because it's Huntsville Hamfest time and it's Young Ham of the Year time. And we had a ton of really good nominees this year. We had 7, I do believe. And the person who won is Skyler Fennell, KD0WHB, and he was actually nominated by 2 different people. I see W0ANT Anna Veal is in the chat room tonight. Hi, Anna. Good to see you in there. Anna is the 2015 Young Ham of the Year. Her dad, Paul, was one of the ones who nominated. Paul is a teacher and knows Skyler very well. The other person who nominated Skyler was the noted amateur radio instructor who does the youth forum, Carol Perry. And she's an award winner herself. Carol Perry, along with DX Engineering's Tim Duffy, they both won the ASME Award back in May, around Dayton Hamvention time. So we've got some amazing award-winning people in our midst. And let's go ahead and pull Skyler Fennell. I think I mispronounced your name, Skyler, in the Newsline piece, and I'm sorry about that. It's Skyler Fennell. How are you? It's good to see your face. How are you tonight?
I'm doing really good tonight, and thanks for having me here. Really excited to be part of the Ham Nation episode.
We're excited you're here. Let me toot your horn here for a little bit. You're from Littleton, Colorado. You're 17. You were first licensed as a tech in July of 2013. 3 months later, you got your general. And then 3 months later or so, you got your extra. So 0 to extra in 6 months. You're the 2016 Rocky Mountain Division Young Ham of the Year, and you're the Rocky Mountain Division Technical Achievement Award winner as well. You've been pretty active, I see here, in high-altitude ballooning with the AB0 BX STEM School and an amateur radio club there, installing their UHF repeater system, getting that linked into All-Star. High-altitude balloon team, determining which batteries are best suited for 100,000-foot altitudes. You designed a circuit for sound wave propagation studies that went to in excess of 103,000. You collaborated to complete your own payload, which is an APRS system that measured static electricity at various altitudes. I got to tell you, Skyler, I'm feeling a little inferior here, but I do every year, and I love it. You've given all kinds of presentations, of course, Hamvention, at Carol Perry's Youth Forum. You talked to the QCWA. You designed a UHF portable node for internet linking, which you sold via a GoFundMe page to raise some money for the Amateur Radio Club. You have a presidential GPA of over 4.000. You're an amazing concert pianist. You need to go on YouTube and search Skyler Fennell and listen to this young man play. You're an Eagle Scout, and you're going to one of the top 10 engineering schools in the country, New Mexico Technical University. I don't think I've left anything out. There's probably a lot more that you've done, yeah. But tell us how it was when you got that call from Mark Abramovich, NT3V, who is the Young Ham of the Year committee chair. How did you feel when you got that? Take us into your mind when you got that phone call saying that you were the winner.
Well, I was obviously super excited. It was just a really great time for me, and it just really. I started out just as a tech, and I with my interest in electronics, and I've just kind of been building up the ladder, and I've just really enjoyed every single bit of amateur radio that I've been a part of. I'm super interested in the technical end. I constructed many things, and I've really think amateur radio has helped me with all this because of the people I've met on the air, broadcast engineers, and really amateur radio has been the biggest part of my life.
Good. Well, you being into the technical end and into the internet linking end of it, I'm gonna tell you about a little something that happened to me at work yesterday. AB4. Oh, I can't think. I can never think of his call. But he's an IT guy with iHeartMedia, which used to be Clear Channel. I work for a group of radio stations, the biggest in the country. And he's down from Florida, and we're both into D-Star. And so he brought he brought his Raspberry Pi and DV Mega, and I brought and it's 51, his ICOM ID 51, and I brought my Raspberry Pi and DV Mega, and we're standing downstairs in engineering with my Pi and Mega linked into my hotspot on my iPhone, his Pi and Mega linked into the hotspot on his iPhone, and we're talking to each other through the 3 Charlie reflector, which is based in Australia. It doesn't get any nerdier than that, and I know that's something that you would probably appreciate.
Yeah. I'm really interested in the All-Star Link system. I think it combines traditional radios, analog FM with new technology, so you don't have to have a lot of money to get into it, and it's all open source Linux. I got interested in All-Star when I actually visited a guy who lives on the very top of a mountain. He has it's Willem AC0KQ, and he had fiber optics running throughout the whole mountain. He had voted receivers on all the sides, and he had it all linked in with All-Star. And he really sparked my interest, and that's kind of what got me into Linux and amateur radio. And yeah. So I guess
we're watching some video of you now. What's going on with this?
That is the payload for the DSA Amateur Radio Club, the club I started last year, Edge of Space Sciences flight. We had a electrostatic receiver, so it detected DC high voltage fields, and that's the spinning thing you saw on the top. And then we had an APRS beacon, which beaconed out the temperature, humidity, pressure, and location. Wow. And then we had a little camera. That was kind of last minute. We had extra weight. So that was a really fun project, bringing the club together and getting the balloon launch working. And it was a success. There were a few problems, but for the most part, our payload was a success and had a lot of fun.
Good. I want to turn the proceedings over to Bob and to Gordon, but I have for their questions. But I have a question from KM4IYQ Dudley in the chat room. He wants to know, what do you do in your spare time, and do you even have any spare time?
Well, I mean, ham radio and electronics and tinkering is what I do on my spare time. That is basically what my spare time is. I'm not a video game person. I just really love building stuff and being creative, and enjoy electronics a lot.
Good. Well, my 16-year-old son Tyler starts his junior year in high school tomorrow, but he's taking the weekend off to come with me to Huntsville. So hopefully you and him can hang out and have a little fun. And he's interested in this. He's a little more interested in the video games and in video editing and audio production. I'm trying to push him away from broadcasting, but I don't know that that's working. But hopefully you and Tyler can hang out. It's funny, Tyler and Skyler. I mentioned that to your mother. It was funny the other day. Hopefully you and him can hang out and find some common ground. I'm looking forward to that. So,
definitely.
Gordon, are there any questions you have for Skyler Fennell tonight? I know you've got to have some.
Hi, Skyler. Good to see you again. We met
at good to see you.
Colorado get together. And how high did that balloon ascend to?
That one got to 96,000.
Wow.
So, some of the balloons with the STEM school, we got the one I was recently just on Saturday did one with STEM. We got to 105 or 104,000. So yeah, that just Space Sciences, they really do a good job about
and you used APRS to find the payload after it came down?
Yes, we used APRS. The Edge of Space Sciences has an APRS tracker, and then I also had my own. And for the receiving station, I used a Linux software in the vehicle with a homebrew little TNC just out of a sound card, and it worked really well for finding where the balloon was.
Well, that is terrific. Well, Skyler, we look forward to seeing you in Huntsville in 2 weeks along with Ms.
Yeah,
Perry.
I really look forward to it too.
Thanks so much for joining our show tonight. Don, back to you.
Yeah, Bob. I know you want to say hello to Skyler, so come on in and meet this exceptional young man. Bob has walked away. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to continue on then. But Skyler, it's a pleasure having you on the show tonight to introduce you to the Ham Nation people, and we certainly look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks at the Huntsville Ham Fest. And I know you're going to have a good time and just enjoy living life. You've. Oh, okay, Bob. Go ahead and join us with Skyler here real quick.
Well, I only wish you the best, because I know what can happen when ham radio takes hold, and you learn all this stuff, Skyler. It's how I learned to do all these things. I have so many people that will say, "How did you do this? And what college did you go to?" And I didn't. I learned it from ham radio. So hats off to you, man, and keep the soldering iron warm. And we'll have to get together and put the piano. Well, I have I have 3 Steinways on my theater organ, but maybe we'll take one off and we can play a concert together. How's that?
Yeah. So you play piano?
No, I play theater organ.
Okay.
Big theater pipe organs. That's my deal.
Awesome. I took organ lessons a couple summers ago, and I had it's so much fun with all the manuals, and just really had a great time expanding on the keyboard.
Well, I really appreciate you being on tonight, and I congratulate you and your parents, and you keep it up, man, and we'll keep a watch. I think Don's got a string on you. He knows what you're doing all the time, so you want to be careful. So thanks a lot, Don, for having this all together, and I guess you guys all meet up in Huntsville, and he gets the big trophy, right, Don?
Yeah, he does. We've got we're gonna be on stage at 2:00 on Saturday afternoon on the 20th, and if you can't be there in person, you can be there virtually through Tom Medlin and W5KUB.com. He's a great partner with us with that, and of course, we can't get out of here without thanking our corporate supporters. That is Yazoo and CQ Communications. They've been with the Young Ham of the Year award for 30 years now. I believe you're the 30th. I believe this is the 30th year, or pretty close to it. So, and of course, Heil Sound is another great partner that we have, and one of the newest is Radio Waves Antenna. Emmett and Rochelle and their family. Just we've got the greatest people doing the greatest things for the greatest kids on the planet, and we could not be more proud to have you represent Bill Pasternak and his memory of something he created in the Young Ham of the Year Award. So we will see you in a couple of weeks at Huntsville, and I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
All right. Very good. Thank you. Skyler Fennell, KD0 WHB. I got to double check, make sure I got that right. I think, I've got it right.
Yeah, that's
KD0
good.
WHB. Thank you, my friend. We'll keep in touch with you, and you've got my cell phone. If there's anything you need, just give me a call between now and Huntsville, and we'll do the thing, and it's going to be awesome.
Okay, cool. I'll see you in Huntsville.
Thank you. It's amazing that the caliber of young people that we get every year for Young Ham of the Year. It just seems like it gets better and better and better, and we're so proud. I say it every year. If these are the kind of people that are going to be running the world after we're gone, then I think we're all going to be just fine.